Ron Harris here for MuscularDevelopment.com, wrapping up day 2 of the Chcago Pro in Atlanta, Georgia judging. Coverage brought to you by High-Tech Pharmaceuticals, and I'm standing here with High-Tech Pharmaceuticals athlete and first men's physique Olympia champion, Mark Anthony. How are you, Mark?
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Appreciate you doing this with me.
No problem.
So we start off with, of course, the division everybody was anticipating highly today, open bodybuilding. This was the last chance to qualify for the Olympia. Justin, I'm going to start right from the top. Justin Rodriguez looked phenomenal today. Best I've ever seen him. And this is a guy that I've seen his condition be up, down. Sometimes he's great, sometimes he's off, but he brought it today. He's dominating today. What do you think about Justin?
I have to say, we saw him when last in Tampa at the New York Pro, and he was awesome there. Today he brought it. He was really explosive. You can tell he was confident because, he was in shape and he was full. He was hard around. That first call out was really strong. Not to take anything away from Justin, but he was definitely improved from Tampa, and I was impressed.
Yeah. Very, very strong competition for him. Max Charles looked a lot better here than he did at the New York Pro in Tampa a couple weeks ago. He tightened up. I thought he was in the running for, second place. To me is a battle. I don't know who's going to get second because Akim Williams, monstrously large, great shape. A little bit of film or something on Akim, though.
You know what, though? He got better as the rounds went on. He was getting better and better as he was posing. And it's going to be close between, I think, him and Justin because they're, Akim has that mass and those freaky parts like on the side chest and stuff like that, the hamstrings, the glutes, really thick in the chest. So it could go either way. It's, again, we were talking about this yesterday, apples and oranges, but Justin was really bringing it. He was really aggressive, Akim was a little bit more conservative, but I feel it's head to head with those guys.
What about Max? Because Max, I thought this is some of the best condition I've seen.
Yeah.
Arnold Classic this year, I don't know if he's ever going to top that. That was like inhuman condition. But this wasn't far off. This was certainly better than New York Pro a few weeks ago.
Here's the thing, Max this season has brought some crazy condition. He's been working with Milos Sarchev, and I found that this show he was really conditioned and fuller. So he looked bigger. But Justin and Akim, I feel like it's 1 and 2.
Yeah. And strong showing for Eddie Bracamontes from San Diego, California, Sergio Oliva Jr.'s training partner. Yeah. He's a guy a couple of years ago, I just thought, he's never going to be anything. He'll be like one of those guys that maybe he'll get top 6 one day, but he's getting better and better. I never thought I'd see him. His shape even seems to be getting better to me. He's a massive guy, and he brought the condition. Were you surprised to see him look this good today?
No, I wasn't surprised. Like you said, I saw him, keep improving and getting better. Even as the rounds went on, he was getting better as well. And like you said, he's a very large guy. His shape looked nice because his condition was good. Yeah. I was really impressed with Phil.
Yeah, Phil Clayhart from Florida.
I say Phil was the hardest guy in the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really big structure. Maybe I'm biased because my coach, Dorie Hamilton, coaches him. Yeah. But compared to what he looked like in Tampa at the New York Pro, I feel like he was just as big, full, and much harder this time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when, I stay in touch with him and his wife on Instagram and everything, and when they said they were doing this show, I was like, oh boy, Phil, I don't know. This is going to be tough. I assumed second call out at best, just because I knew this was going to be a tough show.
Yeah.
But, props to Dorie Hamilton, his coach, and props to Phil for following the game plan, because this is the best I've ever seen the guy.
Yeah, he was great.
And he's the Jamaican tank. He really did look like a freaking tank up there. Nick Walker, the new kid.
Yep.
Geez, he just turned pro 5 weeks ago, I think it was, at the North American.
Yeah.
I was super impressed with Nick Walker.
Super impressive. Listen, Nick is a young guy and he's hardworking. He's very dedicated to bodybuilding, and today he showed it. He proved it. He came on stage and he got compared to some of the biggest, best guys in the game, and I feel like he got the job done.
Yeah. I mean, what do you see where he still needs improvement when you look at him?
I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you.
What do you think?
I'd like to see a little more back thickness, especially like the lower lat area.
His back double bicep is nuts, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a freak. He's a freak, and he doesn't have a blocky waist or anything.
Hamstrings and glutes were like cables and separated. The back double bicep was strong.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of scratching my head. I'm not a judge. It's a very tough job they have. So I don't want to second guess the judges and say they should have done this or they should have done that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like Nick for maybe top 3, top 4. Maybe it'll happen because they rejudge these guys tonight again,
yeah.
confirmation round. Last guy I want to talk about in the Open is On Wing he's from California, but he's in Vegas now.
Yeah, he lives in Vegas. He's a local guy. I live in Vegas, and On's a great guy. I feel like he always had an issue with conditioning. He has a beautiful shape and great body parts. I think he was before always like maybe paying attention to the scale, but now that he's more conditioned, I think you're seeing how pretty his shape is. And he does have, the mass to hang with those guys. He was in the first call out, so there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, that's a guy that, like you said, condition. I always liked his physique. I remember I've followed him since before he turned pro, and I was like, when is this guy going to come in like nice, really lean, tight, dry shape? Because look at that physique.
Yes.
And last couple seasons, he's been doing that. So
Absolutely.
props to you, On, or your coach, or both of you, I guess. Yeah. Women's bodybuilding, just real quick, Rashana Boswell looked really good. I've never heard of her before today, but geez, what a physique on her. Teresa Ivanchik, also very good, different look, heck of a back on her. And a new woman I've never heard of either. I got to start following women's bodybuilding better, huh? Patty Hansen looked great.
It's back. Women's bodybuilding is back.
Yeah, thanks to a guy sitting over there. Jake Wood brought back women's bodybuilding. You can't see him right now, but he's over there. Trust me, guys. So fitness, they didn't do the routines. They do the routines at the finals, so they did the physique round. So I can't really comment on that because the routines are what make these things. That's at least half their scoring, I believe. Well, that's it for the dudes. We're now going to bring in, Okay, guys, you're sick of looking at all these guys. I'm going to bring
My better half.
Your better half, also from Canada. This is the current Tampa Pro champion, top 4, top 5 Olympia? Yeah, Jennifer Dorie. Just look at her for a minute, and then she can talk. So to talk about women's bikini today, because I look at them, but to be very honest with you guys, they all look just gorgeous and fantastic. And
they were all amazing up there.
They are.
Everyone really brought their A game.
I want to ask you, could you judge women's bikini if you had to?
I don't know if I could do it. It's a tough job the judges have.
I mean, especially at this level, at the pro
At this level, there's just such minor differences.
Right.
From first call-outs to last call-outs, everyone looks amazing. There's no, you know what I mean? There's not like people are off their game, especially here. This show, I was like, second call-outs, all these girls looked amazing. First call-outs, third call-outs.
Yeah. I
Everyone
mean,
was
when
great.
you've gotten critiques from judges, I'm just curious, like, what kind of critiques do they even give you for bikini?
So usually is like something to do with your fullness or how much you're popping. For me, for instance, Tampa, I need to be a little bit fuller at prejudging. A lot of times it's presentation, you're posing. That's a really big thing for bikini. Or just coming in lean enough, tight enough glutes. You can never have tight enough glutes for bikini. High and tight. Glutes is always to be improved for bikini. So.
Cool. So I'm going to hand this score sheet over to you.
Yes,
Tell me who
sir.
stood out to you today at the judging for pro bikini today.
So we had, it looks like top 4 is going to be Natasha Coleman, Alexandria Ross, Mignon Williams, and Jordan. So Jordan was a bit of a surprise because I didn't know she was doing the show. I thought she was doing a later show. And I looked up and I was like, wait, Jordan's up there. So she looked amazing. She jumped in really last minute and she pulled it off. She was up there in top 4, it looks like. Natasha Coleman, she did great too. She was up there. It looks like she was in one of the top spots, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Her and Alexandria Ross seem to be fighting for that middle spot. So Alexandria, the black bikini looked amazing on her. Her posing was really good this week. So
She was my pick, but I'm just going by, who's the most beautiful to me, and it's all in the
That's
eye
so
of you.
hard to choose.
I know, right? It's, everyone's got different tastes. If you were pressed, if I said pick a winner here, who'd you pick for today so far?
I would have to go between Alexandria Ross and Natasha Coleman because Natasha's a little bit hard in her glutes, but her overall shape, she's beautiful. She flowed well on stage. And I'm biased, she's my teammate, but Alexandria Ross, I love her too. She's got an awesome shape, and I know she has to qualify for Olympia, so.
And they need a win here today to qualify.
Alexandria, in order to qualify, she's going to have to get a win here, so let's do it.
We're going to find out in a couple
We're gonna
hours.
Find out in an hour.
Yeah. Jeez.
Final starts in an hour.
Yeah,
so
guys,
we'll see.
that's how they roll with these shows. It rolls right into the night
Better,
show.
though, then we get finished quick. You can
Yeah,
go.
you don't have to. None of these shows that. You know what time that stupid? I'm sorry, I don't mean to say stupid. But you know what? I say that all. That show in Spain. You know what time that ended?
I heard it was late.
11:45 p.m. No, bad. I need to be in bed by that time, guys.
Remember Bob Chcago was saying one time the show ended at like 2 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah,
Poor
amateur.
guy.
And big amateur shows back in the days used to go till like 2 in the morning.
They go late.
Jennifer Dorie, thank you so much, and good luck 9 weeks from today at the Olympia
Yes,
weekend.
it is.
You'll be in the Bikini Olympia. Wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for helping out today in the coverage, as well as Mark, wherever he probably went off to eat or something. So that's it, guys. We're going to be back in just a couple hours for the finals. Go to musculardevelopment.com for the forums, No Bull Forum. We have the play-by-play. We have contest photos being posted, interviews, all kinds of good stuff. Check it out. You don't need to go anywhere else. Coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.